The Telly! And you didn't? I knew it was a musical. I'm Soul. Yeah. I I didn't understand why people didn't know that this was going to be a musical because the other Wonka movies are musicals as well. They do? No, they do. Yeah, but they're still musicals. Like the thing that like makes it that this movie makes it like weird is because it's like the Oompa Loompas like their thing is doing like a little musical number and like that's it and they go away. Whereas in the Wonka movie, this was like with yeah, that was weird. It was like the 50. Have you seen like those like it was kind of like dancing in the rain, singing in the rain, singing in the rain. It was kind of like one of those. Yeah. Yeah. You want to know something funny? So I was watching this movie on the internet, and I yeah, I wasn't gonna do that. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do that. It was like $17, and I was like, I absolutely not. I'm not paying $17 to for a movie. It used to be like $8 to $12 back in our day. Back in our day, it used to be $8 to $12, and that was expensive. They shouldn't. Plus, you're buying overpriced food. Yeah, that's crazy. Also, my theater also assigned seats to this like the standard theaters, which is like weird. Like I've never had to do that. It probably wasn't. I watched it on the internet and it started off okay. And then like 5 minutes in, it switched to Spanish. And I was like, "Oh boy, man." It wasn't in English, and I was like, okay, I can barely understand this. I can understand a little bit, but like not enough to understand what they're saying. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm just watching this in Spanish now. And I kind of got the context of what I was like, man, I have to actually watch this now because I have to see what they're trying to do with context rather than I didn't like anything. I didn't listen to it, so I wouldn't know. Oh yeah. This movie reminded me of like Into the Woods. Like the style of like musical to film adaptation. But Wonka wasn't an original musical, but they made it as if it was a musical and they turned it into a movie. Yeah. Yeah. And so that's how I saw it, and I was like, hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there was also like things that they put in this movie that are shown in the other Wonka movies. Like when he was washing the clothes, like the sheets or whatever. There's a there's a scene in the original Willy Wonka that is like he's like showing the group his candy making room where all his secret projects are, and there's like one like tub he goes over to, and he puts like these sheets inside of it and then pushes them around with like a wooden paddle, and that's exactly what he did in the Wonka movie. And I was like, oh my god. And then there was another thing that they did that was related to the Johnny Depp Wonka movie that I was like, oh my god. They put they connect like both of the movies to this movie. And I really like that. That's what I liked about this movie. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That was the only good part about that movie. Yeah. Yeah. I missed like the last 30 minutes of this movie. Well, unfortunately, I can't watch it until it comes out on streaming services, so I wouldn't. The correct vibe. Yes. 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 Oh my god. He's like a yeah, he's like he's very mentally ill and he's definitely a serial killer. But maybe not intentionally. Oh yeah, yeah. That was bad. That was bad. Yeah. Really? He's did have you not seen like the rapping video? Timmy's rapping video? Yeah. He did that for a school project. He's done musicals before. He went to a musical like a arts high school. He did all the musicals at his high school. He's a straight theater kid. He's like one of three straight cis guys at his high school that did the musicals. All of them. It was like him, Ansel Elgort, and then some other guy. Yeah. Yeah. I Some of the notes that I wrote are kind of funny. First thing I wrote was I hate it. And then well yeah, that was like opening scene. I was like, no, I this is not my vibe. And then I wrote Timmy's too happy. Like he's too smiley. Like I don't think he's ever smiled this much in his entire life. Like his smile was too much. Like it was scary. Oh, literally later on, I literally wrote he's on crack. He's literally on crack. Like I think he's on crack. Yeah. What? So I was you were saying you had your thought. Right. I Okay, so I was wondering I was trying to find the connection between like this Willy Wonka. While I was watching, I was trying to find how the development of this Wonka to eventually Gene Wilder's Wonka. Like I wanted to see like how he got from quirky, cringy young teenage boy to crazy, insane serial killer old man. Yeah, he's definitely got like a dark side. Yeah, like I he definitely he didn't have his like something had to happen to him to get to that point. And in Gene Wilder's movie, there's like a point, like how does he get his serial killer energy? There's like a point where they're like kind of describing the backstory of why the factory was closed off, and it was like one of his Wonka's workers betrayed him or whatever, and like sold his recipe for this like new candy out to the other competitors. And then Wonka was like, "That's it," and then cut everyone out and like fired all the human workers. And then he like has Oompa Loompas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're not inventing it. We're just putting it together. Yeah. Do you think he had Oompa Loompas while he had human workers? Or do you think he had like a little board meeting of magical creatures around the world where he would collect like specific ingredients from their homes? I think he has. Yes, for sure. There was a point in like Johnny Depp's where you got to see like the different areas of the factory, and there was like I forget what, but you saw like them making other candies than just like the giant forest room made out of candy, and like the invention room. You got to see like the thunder candy and the cloud candy and all the other stuff, and it was really interesting. his his like weird dentist dad that wouldn't have let him have any candy. Yeah, yeah. It was it was weird. I don't I don't know. I can't really say how I feel about Johnny Depp's movie backstory. I think it's because it was directed by Tim Burton. Yes, like below you. Superior, yeah. But yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how I kind of saw it when it was first announced. Like, oh, there's a Wonka movie coming out, and I'm like, oh, they're making a third, like, separate Wonka movie again. And then they said it was a prequel, and I'm like, okay, but like to which movie? And then nobody really confirmed which movie, and so I was kind of like, okay, I think it's like a thing by itself. Yeah. And then I watched it, and I was like, I see how it could be a prequel. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Yeah. On accident. Yeah. I knew through like the trailers that it was gonna be him trying to start his company, and then there was like three other chocolate makers that were like gonna push him down or something. But I didn't know it was gonna be like they were all working together and there was a secret mafia under the city type thing. Yeah. Oh no, I think I saw that part. They got like in the boat and then it exploded or whatever. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What? All right. Eaten by a giraffe? Giraffes are herbivores. Oh, I kind of caught on to that. Where, like, her mom's alive. What? She got lost? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Why did they name her Noodle? Like, why did they do that as. No, not in, like, the plot. Like, as writers, why did they name her Noodle? She lists off good names in the movie. Yeah, I picked Noodle because I thought it was silly. I could change my name if I wanted to. Of course. Of course. Interesting. Yeah. Oh yeah, I wrote down. I was like, these shots are fucking crazy. Like they use every single shot you could possibly ever think of. They put that in there. The innkeepers. Oh yeah, that was kind of funny. Yeah. Yeah. I liked it as much as I thought I would. Me too, honestly. And then I kind of put it on and yeah, like I was reading a book while watching the movie and I was definitely paying attention to the book more than the movie. And yeah, it was very Timmy, you could have done better. I'm sorry to say. Yeah, of course. Yeah. It really felt like this movie kind of felt like a fairy tale. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um oh, my ooh. Um, my favorite character was I don't think I have a favorite I don't even think I have a favorite character. I really didn't. I didn't yeah, no. Oh, yeah. I think when I was watching oh yeah, one scene he was like really like normal weight and then it like cut to like really I didn't even notice that. Like I just saw him like normal and then it was like cut he was like 300 pounds and I was like what the fuck. Hello? Oh. I think that in this movie chocolate is essentially drugs. And it was expensive and they would rather buy that chocolate than whatever Willy Wonka's giving out for free. Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna cry. So who was your favorite character? The police guy? Yeah. Wow. Damn, okay. Wow. What did I rate this? Let me look. I said it was a 2.8 out of 5. That's probably my lowest rating. That's my lowest rating ever. I rated it more on more objectively than because like if I were to rate this movie like full bias personally, I'd zero. Like maybe point 0.2 because of the references for the future movies. Yeah. 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 This this movie is just like the opposite, the exact opposite of what I like. I could definitely see this in like a children's theater as like a little like you would take your thank y'all for listening for this thank y'all for listening to this here Telly Talk episode, and I just want to thank you all for listening. Truly, I honestly just really appreciate you guys listening to every single minute of it, even though our audience attention rate is like no longer than a minute and a half. Um, but see y'all tomorrow, next week, Friday, Thursday, Saturday, and Monday, and never Tuesday. And I hope you guys have good time at school, cause I know you guys still go to school, and you guys will like this episode, even though this is the outro. You're gonna hear this at the end when you've already listened to it. But I know you guys will like this episode. Like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of this movie. Was it good or not? Yeehaw. Goodbye. I don't know what came over me there.